What is wrong with watching football? What is wrong for a pastor to become a football fan?
Guys, it was not easy getting a lot of people to speak to the camera, but we still succeeded at the end of the day. And I need to share this with you guys so that you will get to understand that a lot of people, they got their own opinion about this issue of pastors arresting their critics. Somebody that criticized pastor will get to be arrested, according to the recent one by Ibiyome. And a lot of people are really excited about that and saying that yes, thank God a lot of people, they speak against this thing, because that is not something that we need to permit in the house of God. And another one is that the rate at which pastors are now predicting matches in the church something that really off it. And I think we need to also talk about it. And we spoke with a lot of people. We got two clergymen to speak to us, and they actually condemned it. And also a video is flying around on social media where a church, in a church, members were dancing and performing, using the video song featuring Omale, and a lot of people came online to criticize it. And that we also shared information with a lot of people, and they gave their own opinion. Guys, don't fail to comment in the comment section what you feel and what your opinions are. Maybe someday we're going to interview you and see your own reactions about all of these things.
What is wrong with watching football? What is wrong for a pastor to become a football fan of a Chelsea or Manchester United?
What we are actually
Okay.
trying to understand is why, or do you feel it is proper for them to predict matches, football matches in church while they are preaching sermons?
No, that
Okay.
one I think is not proper.
Okay, and
While in the church pushing the gospel of Christ,
yes,
I don't think it is proper.
okay, how about
But
secular music that they allow like people to come dance to secular music in church while church worship is going
so
on?
I need to first and foremost I need to understand what you mean by secular music.
Okay, like
What type of secular music are you talking about? Can you
worldly
please tell
music,
me?
music that are not sung by people who fear God.
No, it's not. It's not right. In
Okay,
my own opinion, I don't think it is right
okay,
for
so
pastor to encourage that. I don't think it is right.
okay, so you mean solely that if a pastor is bringing anybody to sing in church, it should be
It
a
should be
worshiper,
strictly gospel.
gospel.
Sing and use the gospel platform to preach the good news.
Okay, okay, okay.
That is my own opinion.
Thank you very much. We are grateful, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir, another question, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, the last one right now, sir. So we want to also know that is it proper for a pastor to
Yeah.
like arrest his critic now, like somebody who condemns him?
Uh,
Is it proper for him to arrest that kind of person, like using the law or legal means to arrest that person?
well, in my own opinion, I don't think it is proper.
Okay,
It's not proper. Anybody can criticize you. What is for me? What I think is more important for you to say the truth, to have integrity, to
yes,
be honest.
yeah,
So forget about what people say. What people say, it doesn't matter.
okay.
You understand?
Because we,
Like let me tell you, for instance, like in my own church now,
yes,
Catholic church,
yeah,
the reverends, what they do, they preach about the gospel of Christ,
yes,
strictly the gospel of Christ. So if you criticize them, whether they are married or not, they are not, it's not their business.
yes,
You know, Reverend Father, they are not married.
yes,
So some people will say that don't mind them, that they do have wife and have
yes,
children
yes,
outside.
affairs outside. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Mm,
What matter is your conscience.
mm,
You understand? So preach the gospel of Christ.
yes.
You understand? Every other, whether you're Christian, do it doesn't, for me, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, God's time. So we want to just ask you if you like to share your opinion about is it proper for a pastor now to uh, apprehend or to arrest somebody who criticizes him? What do you think?
Well, in my own opinion, I think it's not proper
Yeah.
because just like Jesus, our Savior, also, he was being criticized several times, even before they even crucified him on the cross.
Yeah.
Even still, he was still being crucified steady. So to me, it's not proper.
Yes. Yes. And then also I wanted to ask, what's your opinion about like predicting matches in church? That a
Okay.
pastor will say by revelation he has seen the outcome of this event. What do you think? Is it the familiar spirit? Is it the person being delusional, or is it truly from the mouth of God that he heard that one? What do you think?
First of all, I'm not a man of God, so I can't actually stand that, okay, he received the revelation from God. But to me, in some cases, it should be like a fun something. But making fun with the gospel of God is actually wrong. Because
Especially when people come to like hear the word,
yes,
yeah, and to be edified,
yes,
and
now
you're
you are
telling
now
them
putting
football
in,
matches.
in prophecies instead of making it like a joke, but you are putting it in prophecies.
Prophecies.
To me, it's not right.
Okay, and lastly, we wanted to know, what do you think? Is it proper for them to bring secular artists or secular songs during worship?
No, it's not still right.
Okay.
The house of God is a holy sanctuary.
Mm.
It's meant to be kept that way.
Mm.
Bringing secular artists or secular
Yeah.
music
Musicians.
to
Yeah.
me it's not right.
It's wrong
Yes.
for a pastor
Yes.
that have the calling genuinely
Yeah.
that Jesus Christ is exemplary. When you look at it very well, there is nothing that they did not do to Jesus Christ. They arrested him, they beat him, they did all sorts of terrible things that they could do to a human being, to humiliate a human being. But still, he did not say a word.
Hold down fire to burn them.
He didn't. He said it in a particular verse there. He said he has the power to
Yeah,
call the
to call them.
legions to destroy them. But he did not do that because he came for a purpose, and he does not want anything that can debar him fulfilling that purpose. So a pastor who is genuinely following the step of Christ
Should expect persecution.
should expect persecution. You see, the Bible said it now. He said in the last day we should. He said perilous time shall come.
Yes, yes. People will be
He said
lovers of
mother
money.
will be yes. He said children will go against their mother.
Yes.
Terrible things will be happening. So it takes the grace of that Jesus Christ
Yes, sir.
for one to stay and be focused. So somebody, a pastor who is trying to arrest somebody because they say something about him,
Yes.
yeah, I don't believe I don't
calling
believe
of-
he following the step of Christ.
Okay, and secondly, now, sir, we want to know, what do you think that somebody could come and predict football matches?
It's out of point. You are not called to come and predict football.
So you
There
mean
are a
it's not
lot.
doctrinal at all?
This is quite not relevant to our faith.
But the Bible also said that many things are permissive,
But
even though they are not
instead
beneficial.
of
So you
instead of
cannot
that, let
predict.
him organize a crusade. Let him organize evangelism. Let him go for evangelism. Football is on this earth that we will play football. In heaven, there is no football there. So he should go for the purpose of God, for his calling. Secular music is out of it. It does not have anything to do with Christianity. It does not have anything to do with Christianity. You know, all this is already in the Bible. At the end of the age, church is now in the world is now in the church.
church.
You will see what they were outside there. Most especially are women nowadays. Nobody is checking them. Nobody, because if you talk to them, they will not come to church again.
Very well.
If you talk to them, they will not pay their tithe again.
Very well.
If you talk to them, they will not donate to the church needs again. You understand? So nobody cares, most especially the leadership of our churches nowadays. I'm not criticizing anybody, but it is quite unfortunate that we don't care about what the Bible says. It says our dressing should be moderate. Our dressing should be moderate. It says in all things that we should be moderate. God will help us.
Amen.
It take grace, but at least is what we can do.
Very well.
And as a
Very
leader,
well.
those are the things we need to.
Thank you very much, sir.
I
So
have,
my
I
people
have
leave.
my pastor here.
Okay, another pastor.
Yes.
Today we are blessed with your company, sir. So, sir, we just want you to just chip in your own opinion about these three subjects we just raised about, like pastors allowing secular music in their church, and also pastors arresting their critics.
Okay.
Pastors also predicting football matches. We want to know your opinion. What do you think, sir?
Okay. Let me start with the pastors arresting their critics.
Okay.
Is abnormal because if truly you are called by God and you are facing that calling, you don't even have time for criticism at all. There's no time for criticism because the world is very large for the pastors to conquer, for the evangelism to go round. Every corners of the world is calling, is waiting for people that come and evangelize to them so that they can come into the kingdom of God. So by virtue of that large work that is on the ground, even if they are criticizing you,
It's trivial.
it is trivial to the calling.
Yes.
So for you to have time to
And
attend to
them.
criticism, that means
Even
you are,
arresting them.
that means your calling is questionable. Your calling
Thank you.
questionable.
So,
Is
sir,
questionable.
about the second question, predicting football matches. The reason why we are raising this issue is not that we are saying pastors shouldn't like watch football or entertain themselves, but that they go as far as saying that by revelation they know the outcome of events like that, and they are giving it to their audience.
It still boils down to the same thing that I said earlier. That if you have a true calling and you know the enormity of the God, of the work of God in your hand, you don't have time to predict which team will win in any particular football match. Because when you step out in the morning,
Yes.
even for you to even if you want to return back home 1 a.m. in the morning, the following morning, you cannot cover all. Even if you are to pray, you go into your prayer room and pray. Even if you pray for 40 days, 40 nights, it's not enough to cover the whole ground that is left for you to conquer. So predicting football is sort of what it's a hobby. It's a hobby. So if you are predicting, are you now saying, for example, if you want to predict if a football match is happening between Everton or Everton and Manchester, do you want to say, okay, Manchester will win or Everton will win? If you say either of the two will win, are you now saying they have God that are different from this Almighty God? So that God is for both sides, whether Everton or Manchester. So for you to come out and say, okay, one club will win, you have gone out of the calling that God called you to come and do.
Thank you. So lastly,
that's
sir,
what's
about secular music in church. Why are you saying that we cannot even sing some moral songs like "Joy is coming" in church now? We cannot bring them to church while we are worshiping.
Secular music is not entertained because church is meant to worship God. Anything that you are doing that is not meant to worship God
Yes, sir.
is irrelevant and is cancelled in the church of God. So when you want to the Bible says when you want to worship God, you worship God in truth and the spirit.
Yeah.
So there are certain worship songs that God is waiting to hear because He doesn't take anything from us. He's not eating our food. He's not taking anything from us as money or riches at all. But what He's expecting from us is to worship, because there are some angels there in heaven with Him, worshiping Him 24 hours throughout the day. They don't have any other thing to do than to worship Him, and the same thing is expected of us as His children, to worship Him. But you want to worship Him, you must worship Him with the kind of music that will move Him on the throne, that will make Him to know, I have my children on this earth that are still recognizing me as their God. So you give Him the food that He likes, and that food that He likes is to give Him the true worship, and that is not the worship that will come along with any secular song. It's not
That's
that
carnality.
Carnality.
Thank you so much, sir. It's an honor meeting you, sir.
You are welcome.
Yes, sir.
God bless you.
Thank you so
You are
much. So
welcome.
what's
Is it right for a pastor to arrest people that are criticizing him?
I think it's not. Even Christ was criticized.
So another question I want to ask: is it right for pastors to be predicting match like PSG Barca in the church?
I leave it for them to answer. Maybe they are fans or they are. It's not to say they are prophets. Okay, maybe. I leave it for them to judge.
What about a viral video that is trending? In a church, they were dancing to Davido's song.
On occasion of a party or
In a church,
what were they celebrating?
inside the church, they were not celebrating anything. They were dancing to
During
Davido's.
sermon?
Yes,
During sermon?
yes.
No, until I see. If it is during maybe somebody celebrating happy birthday or whatever, they raise that, fine. The other one, I don't know.
What's up, guys? Man, it's been a difficult day, and a lot of people, they don't like talking to the camera. That is what I'm facing right here at Eagle Square in Abuja, man. But we still got to speak with a lot of people that are ready to speak with the camera. But I just stopped by to buy popcorn for myself. Google, that is what they call it. All right, here. So let's speak about what is really happening with churches nowadays. A lot of people are seeing them as content creation grounds, because of the things we are seeing in churches, where we see a lot of pastors coming out to predict matches, PSG, Barcelona, who will win, and predicting who is going to be the winner of an election, and at the end of the day, it turns out wrong and all those things. Should we trust them on that? Is that their calling? That is the question a lot of people are really asking. And then I still need to understand, most of these pastors, like the recent one that is trending on social media right now, a pastor came out to say, you know what? We are going to arrest you if you criticize us again. So is it right? So that is the question a lot of people are really asking. So guys, you have to put your own comments in the comment section, what you feel about all of this, and your own opinion should count also. So we want to get your own opinion in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon, to always get notifications each time we upload our videos.